Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will see the introduction to control system. In the recent years, concept of automatic control has achieved a very important position in the advancement of modern science, and automatic control systems have played an important role in the advancement and improvement of the engineering skills. Practically every activity in our day-to-day life, it is influenced by some sort of control system. And the concept of control system, it also plays an important role in the working of space vehicles, satellites, guided missiles, etc. And such control systems are now an integral part of the modern industrialization, industrial processes, and home appliances. Control systems are found in number of practical applications like computerized control systems, transportation systems, power systems, then temperature limiting systems, and many more. Hence, for an engineer, it is absolutely necessary to get familiar with the analysis and the designing methods of such control systems. Now, control engineering, it is concerned with the techniques that are used to solve the following 6 problems in the most efficient manner. The first one is the identification problem, where it is used to measure the variables and convert data for analysis. Second is the representation problem, which is used to describe a system by an analytical form or mathematical model. And the third is the solution problem, where it is used to determine the above system model response. Then comes the stability problem, where general quantitative analysis of the system is been done. Then you have the design problem, where it is used for the modification of an existing system or to develop a new one. And last is the optimization problem, which that will be from a variety of design to choose the best one. Now, the two basic approaches to solve these 6 problems are conventional and the modern approach. So the first one is the electrical and the oriented conventional approach, which is based on the complex function theory, and the second is the modern approach, which has mechanical orientation and based on the state variable theory. Now, before knowing what is a control system, we will know what is a system. A system, it is a combination or arrangement of different physical components which act together as an entire unit in order to achieve certain objective. For example, you will be having your classroom lamp. So these are nothing but these will form a system wherein in classroom you will be having your benches, tube lights, duster, chalk, blackboard. These all are the physical components. So here you can see lamp. This will act as a physical component here. Now every physical object, it is actually a system. So a lamp, it will be made up of a glass filament, which is a physical system. Similarly, a kite will be there, which will be made up of paper and sticks, which is again an example of the physical system. Similarly, system can be of any type, that is physical, ecological, or biological. So now we will know what is a control system. Here you got to know what is a system. There was no controlling action on this. That is that there was no regulating body here. But in control system, here what do you mean by control? Control means it means to regulate, direct, or to command. Therefore, in a control system, you will be having an arrangement of different physical elements connected in such a manner so as to regulate, direct, or command itself or some other system. For example, if in a classroom, a professor is delivering his lecture, so the combination becomes a control system as he tries to regulate, direct, or command the students in order to achieve the objective, which is to impart good knowledge to the students. Okay. Similarly, you can consider you will be having a lamp which is switched on and off using a switch. Here, this is a lamp. It is made on and off by using a switch. So this entire system, it can be called as a control system. Fine. For example, one more example, you can consider a child who is playing with the kite. He tries to control it with the help of a string, and the entire system can be considered as the control system. So in short, you can say that control system, it is a broadest sense and an interconnection of the physical components in order to provide a desired function involving some kind of controlling action in it. Fine. So this is the control system. In system, you are not having any regulatory body, or there was no one to command here. Whereas in control system, you will be having a regulating body, or you will be having someone or something which will direct or command the system. Now, next we'll see what is a plant. There are some terminologies which we need to study here. First is the plant. So plant, it is the portion of the system which is to be controlled or regulated. Okay, so that is called as a plant. It is also called as a process. Plant is also called as a process. So the portion of the system which is to be controlled or regulated, it is called as a plant or a process. Then next comes the controller. It is an element of the system itself or external to the system. Okay, controller, it may be within the system or it may be from outside the system, which will control the plant or the process. Then next is the input. Okay, input here, it is an applied signal or an excitation signal which is applied to the control system from an external energy source in order to produce a specified output. Okay, so input, it is nothing but the excitation signal. Because we are dealing with the control system here, for input we will refer to it as reference input, and the output is referred to as controlled output. Next is the output, where it is the particular signal of interest or the actual response obtained from a control system when the input is applied to it. That is the output. That is the desired signal or signal of interest. Next, we have disturbances. So disturbance, it is a signal which tends to adversely affect the value of the output of a system. Whatever input we are giving, we won't get the same output because of the disturbances. Now, if such a disturbance is generated within the system, it is called as internal system disturbance. And if the disturbance is generated from outside the system, acting as an extra input, okay, extra input to the system, in addition to the normal input which we are giving, which will affect the output adversely, it is called as the external disturbance. Now, control systems, these may have more than one input or output. So from the information regarding the system, it is possible to well define all the inputs and outputs of the system. Now, we have something called as input variable here. The input variable here, it is generally referred to as the reference input, and the output, it is generally referred to as the controlled output. So here this diagram, it shows the effect, cause and effect relationship between the input and the output for a plant. So this was about the introduction to control system. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share the video with others. Thank you.